Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. I should be live now. Let me make sure I've got my volume going. Check 1, 2. Yep, yep. That's good. Testing. Let me check my chat window. It's going to be okay. All right, just checking to see if we've got anybody here. Check 1, 2, there it is. Okay, my voice is good. Yeah, I got a stream going. Okay, cool. We'll start about 5 minutes or so. I am just going to pour myself a beverage. Ah, how's the height of everything? You can see me okay. Everything looks good. Where's Xavier's? Yes, you'll hear piano doubled. Hold on 1 second. There, I have my microphone muted on and off, so now it's not muted. All right, on that note, let me take a sec. We're going to start about 5 minutes. I just have to kind of quickly get a couple things loaded. I have to get the piece of music that we're working on today over into here. And I think we're going to ditch that today. I think we're going to go right into Studio One, which is going to be interesting. Very interesting. All right, give me a sec here. Alrighty, let's see here. We're going to make a new song, and this is going to be Karma's intro. Put this up on the desktop right now. 32-bit float, 48 kilohertz. I don't want to stretch the audio. I want them to come in as like that. Snacks. I'm also putting in all the food that I'm eating today. So I'm preloading the bourbons that I'm going to be having. Yes. All right. Hey, Matt, how are you today? All right, we're going to start in a couple minutes. I just need to grab myself a beverage. The beverage of choice, of course. I'm going with so I finally started studying the different types of bourbon and scotch in order to optimize my dollars. And it turns out that one of the least expensive bourbons you can get, it's by a brand called Evan Williams, is considered bang for the buck, the best mixing bourbon in that range. It's basically like, look, if you're gonna mix, if you're gonna do an old fashioned, but like, a bourbon and Diet Coke, which is one of my favorite kind of things to have, they're like, don't even worry about the Jack Daniels versus the Jim Beam. Just get the Evan Williams. Stuff is amazing. It's super cheap. It's actually very smooth for the price. So here's to Evan. Sarah's like, when are you going to start making money off this? I'm like, well, apparently I'm going to start getting bourbon sponsorships. So that's kind of cool. Clearly Evan Williams needs to start sponsoring my Farkle Fridays. I mean, for God's sake, he's already kind of supporting it through his stash. All right, hold on 1 sec here. Let me get my Diet Coke ready. How's everyone else doing? Matt's good. I owe Matt some feedback on a piece of his. I'll get to it, Matt, I promise. It's been a busy day. Yesterday was vacuum sound effects, a library cue, and a vocal chart for my choir. Today was getting all the new audio, and you can hear my voice is a little bit tinny here. I haven't quite figured out the optimum. I rebuilt my machine. We have all a fresh machine. Look, there's my fresh background there. You can see my cool new background. So I basically had a fresh build, and Karma was like, oh, speaking of which, Karma, you better be on here. I'm doing this for you, buddy. Better get your butt on here. Hold on a second. Do me a favor, Matt, head over to Discord and let everyone know, and especially ping out Karma. be like, what are you doing, man? Where are you at? In the meantime, let me load up some instruments here. Let's start with that. Let's just start up with good old-fashioned Contact. Can do no wrong. Alicia's key. Oops. There, my mic's back on. Oh, man, this is going to be interesting. Hold on a sec here. Let me try something. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I just set up, so whenever I press F3, and the mixing console comes up and back, I mute. So let me try this. Okay, I'm going to try muting. Muting. Okay, that's doing nothing. There we go. And now if I do this, and I'm not muted. Okay, there we go. Woohoo! How's the volume on that? I want to make sure my speech is a little bit louder than the music. Is that pretty good? All right. It's gonna be fun. This is gonna be Help a Composer Farkle Friday. It's where we help one of our buddies. Gosh, who do I have on here? It's like 2 people, I think. Let me see. How do I tell who I have? It's been like months since I've done this. I need to need to get back into this. This is one of the things that I'm doing after I rebuilt this and finishing up some work on a film. I was like, you know what? I need to get back into Farkle Fridays to really pursuing this because it's a lot of fun. And I thought, what better way to do this than to help out a fellow composer? So there's my piano out. We're not going to be able to have that piano thing underneath, I think, on this particular stream. And I've got to spend a week or two and just kind of like get a better audio feed. But is the voice decently loud? Is it, I mean, not too nasal, not too tinny? It's okay? Because I'm going to drag in. There we go. Karma's lovely piece. And I'm going to quickly just throw a limiter on it because why not? There we go. Bit. And just a little bit right there. Alrighty. I think we're all set. Yeah, good enough. You know what I mean? Like you can hear me. It's been, the volume is pretty good. It is very MIDI. I'm like, I don't know what to do about that except, well, let me try one thing. Sorry, it's taking a little bit of time for this perfect one here. This first one, MIDI. So what do we think about 1,000 kilohertz? 1,000 hertz. Oh, the piece, not me. Okay, good. Because I've got Nectar on this thing, so I can, you know. But I kind of just threw it together really quickly. All right. Oh God, it's good to be back. I miss our Farkle Fridays. I'm gonna really work to. I don't want to commit to it yet, but the goal that Sarah and I agreed upon, my wife, was for me to do this every other week and to really get back into it. So. Obviously during Lent, when I have, you know, church and stuff like that, it becomes a little bit more difficult. But, you know, Easter hit, Jesus rose from the dead, all that stuff. And you should see some big changes coming up this year for Mike Worth Music in the studio. We're going to be, I'm actually, over the next 2 months, I'm going to be gutting this studio, repainting. I'm actually moving the desk over there behind me. I've got, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but there's like piles of stuff on the ground that we're like pulling out some furniture, putting in new furniture, just trying to get into much more of a play space, I guess, in going with kind of where my business is and where my opportunities are. It's just becoming much more of a, I'm doing a lot more library work, which I love, and I'm doing a lot more, I'd like to do some more online YouTube stuff. We'll figure it out. It'll all kind of happen. All right. Okay, hey, Bram, what's going on? All right, so let's jump in. Let me turn off my air conditioner so I can concentrate a little bit. Okay. got earpiece here. All right, so today's topic, intros. I'm just going to start with talking a little bit about like why this got germinated. Like I've been buddies with Karma for about a year now. And he keeps on saying, oh, I write great pieces, but I don't know what to do to get it in and out of them. And then he just, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago said something about, man, I have this great piece, but I don't know, I need an intro. Jay Diggity said I need an intro. And I was like, all right, well, why don't you put it up and we'll take a look and we'll see. And it's a really pretty piece. Like he's he's got a great style of like this kind of sensitive, romantic vibe to it. And anyways, long and short is, I listened to it and I was like, yeah, it's a great piece. The intro is easy. So maybe the best thing to do is to listen to the piece and then have me start kind of trying to write an intro. And as I write the intro, maybe I'll kind of bring up the notepad and be like, hey, these are some of the things that I think about when I do an intro. I will say that one of the first things I learned, and I learned this from one of my composing teachers, and I really liked it, is write the intro last. He's like, because by the time you get to the intro, you've written the rest of the piece, you've got all that material that you can foreshadow. And I think that's really cool that you could actually do that idea of like, let me foreshadow what's going to be coming up. Incidentally, I'm really digging the sexy look of these, these Studio One effects. There's one that I've been playing with, so I'm all over the place. End of the week, very busy week, wrote a lot of music. There's one called the Fat Channel, and it's your typical thing. Like there's your gate, there's your compressor, there's your equalizer, and it's all pretty, and it's very functional. The equalizer is very good, but check it out. They finally started doing emulations. This comes with Studio One. So there's like your Pultec emulation, and there's some other emulation that I've never used. But my favorite though, here's the LA2A emulation for the compressor, and here's the FET, whatever that was, the 1176. Is that what that is? Limiter, which of course is vintage. The limiter is just this right there. So that's pretty cool. And we're not going to use that. There we go. Pretty cool, huh? I hope everyone's drinking because I am. I'm already a third of my way in. Hey, Robin, Random Drop, how are you, sir? With an intro hinting at what's to come while still making itself. Xaviez. Do me a favor, Xaviez, be my little ears today, because I told you, I was telling everybody I just rebooted my system and reinstalled everything. And so this is a kind of a hacked together vocal treatment channel that's going to say it's internal to OBS. And just let me know. I know I have to tweak and work a little bit nasally, and just see about the levels, this, that, and the other. I think I've got a pretty good thing on the lav mic. I think there we go. That's a little better. It's facing to me now. Such an ugly dog. Quiet. It's amazing. Let's jump in. Let's take a listen. And everybody, this is Karma's piece. It's really beautiful. It's actually very beautiful. Right? I'm going to mute myself so you're not getting doubled. There's that Copeland chord, the one I love. then, and then maybe at the very end, you say that thing one more time. Right? And then if you really want to give it a Sylvester treatment, you have the strings go. Right? Something like that. Oh man, I'm getting a new controller keyboard in a couple of weeks because this one is dying, and I may pound it and hit something and it may like kick out. So if it does and I start like swearing and cursing, it's like everything is like breaking. It's like the whole, like this whole room needs to just get revamped. Like everything's not working. My computer's all working great. It's relatively new, but everything, like the desk is done, and I'm just everything is 10 years old here in this room. So it's like, except for me, I'm a young 44. All right, so that piece, was awful. So we should never, It's so pretty, and there's lots of great stuff in here. Super modal, right? I mean, these are just kind of the chords that are kind of coming around. Just these very pretty, kind of like very, modal diatonic motions. So I was about to go into like class mode where I was like, what do you think we should do? So what do we do? How do we build an intro? Well, there's a couple ways to think about it, okay? And maybe I will get my notepad out. Well, I'm going to get it typed up just in case I need to get it going here. So let's think about how I like to think about an intro, okay? One of the things that I like to do when I'm thinking of an intro is it needs to hint at or prep the audience for important musical gestures to come. Okay? So the whatever you put in the intro should be a little bit of like a trail of breadcrumbs, so that the audience is like, when your thing actually hits and you've hinted at it, they're like, oh, you were thinking about that. Like, for example, okay, ready? Let's do one of my favorite adventure themes, right? So you could go like, see, it's always gonna break out. This dumb thing. God, I hate this thing. All right, so it goes like, right? Hold on 1 second. Sarah locked herself out of the house. I gotta go fix it. I'll be right back. You guys chill for a second, and you can laugh at how I've already pounded the thing down. Hold on 1 second. First Farkle Friday back. Sarah's like, oops. I was like, whoopsie. That's all right. It happens. All right. Keep on drinking. So, musical introduction, hinting at things to come. right? You see how that kind of works? What I did there was I took the Indiana Jones theme right, the whole thing right there. So what I basically did was just take a little chunk of the theme to come and just kind of give you breadcrumbs of it, okay? Now, this leads to the next thing, which is, the next thing about an intro is, it is harmonically fluid and not diatonic. Meaning, you want it to feel, this is the way I think about it, you want it to feel somewhat fragmented. You want it to feel somewhat like, okay, I'm not really in a key, I'm just kind of hinting at things to come. And a great example of this is, I can't believe I'm doing this, but the Buffy the Vampire Slayer music player. The actual intro of, no, I don't want to do this. I just, see, this is how new this is. It's like, oh, what's the, all right, hold on a second here. That's fine. No, it's the music library. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, when it did the musical number, remember that one that was like Once More with Feeling, where the demon showed up? Let me find it real fast. Music. It would be a Christoph Beck, I think. Sorry, let me just get this. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Huh. Give me 1 sec to find this. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to YouTube, just do it that way. So, if you listen to the opening of this, that's one of the main melodies. Da 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 da. Now watch what they do. Harmonically fluid. They're even in a key. Ba. You'll hear they actually move up a third. Okay, and now we're into the actual main theme. So you'll notice that whole thing basically hinted at the material to show up and was harmonically fluid, okay? And the last thing, if we're gonna go with what Karma loves about an intro, and I do, it is strongly dominant. Meaning, when you're about to finish that intro, just real fast, let's do this thing, okay? When you're about to finish your intro, you want that thing to be like, oh yeah, we're about to enter the main theme. You know what I mean? Oh, I think this thing is slowly dying a death. This thing is really being pills today. There we go. All right, there we go. Just jump this again. Looks like this $400 purchase might be a couple weeks earlier than I thought. Dag nabbit, wasn't ready for that. So, how do we then build an intro? Right. So, the first thing to do is make a list, write out, highlight, use markers, in the DAW, all the cool melodic, motivic licks, right? That's going to be your ammunition, all right? 2, grab one of them, play it in. 3, harmonize it, possibly, because you want it to feel like harmonically fluid. 4, sequence it. Modulate it up a third, up a fourth, whatever. And then 5, chord your way, well, progress your way is a better way of putting it. Boom. Very, very simple way to build an intro. Okay? Not exactly the most innovative, but it works. So let's take a listen here. All right, so right here, right there, right off the bat, you can already tell there's a major motivic component. Right? See, Karma's already got this. And I'm throwing some different bass notes in there, but basically that's what Karma's doing right there. So guess what? That, which by the way is a B minor triad with an added fourth. There's so much raw material right in there for an introduction, right? And you know it's important because look, he repeats it. Right? Okay, so I'm going to kind of go with how I would actually build this intro. Let's see here. Let's just have some fun with this. All right, so. Is that right? Karma, you better be weighing in on this. All right, I'm still there. I've still got audio. Good. Yeah, I mean, Karma, you're using a very similar chord progression to the Love theme from wherever that was. So let's add a couple of tracks here. Let's add. That, and the input will be all inputs, and we're going to go out to contact 5, channel 2 ascending. Oh my God, Spitfire. All right. Let's have some fun. Let's add some stuff. Where's my Spitfire? There is my. Oh, that is. Und ja. I'm not going to do the trick Karma that you and I talked about. The cool. That jelly nose. I'm gonna do strings wins. All right, we're gonna have some fun with this. I'm gonna ignore the brass for right now. Okay, we're just gonna have some fun with this. And I'm gonna. Oh, I know. Yes, thank you. I don't want to get rid of you yet because I'm just gonna load up. I got 64 gigs of RAM. Whatever. Let's go all in. Trees, close, outriggers. Just drench it in deep, luscious air Lyndhurst verb. Put all that. Let's take a look here and see what we got here. I'm not going to deal with the actual. Let's see what the concert notes first, because this is a kind of a melancholy piece. Oh yeah, you can also watch my controller. It's like my controller 1 is like dying. It's like. I have the old M Audio Pro Keys 88 SX, and that thing is like, I spent like $200 on it. It's like just a piece of junk. But you know, it's like every 10 years you spend $200 on it, so it's. I'll have to go back and redraw the curves. Whatever. let's do this. Let's quickly get this thing going. Let's see what's going on here. You're being a bum. Why are you? I'm really gonna lean on you now. I think I gotta work. Yeah, you have to press down on the cable to make it work, and then. Okay, good. Got all that going. By the way, just I'm all over the place with my ADD today, dude. You want to like fake Bernard Herrmann? I'm telling you, man. The low woodwinds, man. It's like. It's like there's like classic Bernard Herrmann right there. It's kind of ridiculous. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add a second output, and I'm just gonna quickly add one output, and I'm gonna make this the Spitfire out, and this the piano out, just so I have it go to a different place. You know what I mean? There's a way for me to get into the. There's a way for me to get past this thing. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Ah, whatever, it's fine. Whatever. I'm all like, just learning everything new. You guys want a Farkle Friday? It's like Farkle Friday with Farkle not knowing what the hell he's doing. All right. Let's talk what we got going on here. Let's build an intro. Let's have some fun. By the way, notice I'm using exactly what. That's it, thank you. By the way, we haven't played a harp yet either, so I'm going to have to do this. Okay. So, here's what I'm going to do. I need to end up on a B minor. Okay, which means I need to get here. Okay, so I'm making some decisions. I like, on this kind of modal stuff, I like to be a major second below where I end up sometimes. So in this case, I know I'm working backwards from where I'm going to start. You're starting with this oboe going ba da da da, right? Which means the chord I'm going to do right beforehand is going to be. else I'm going to do, because once you realize it doesn't really matter when you are sorry, where's my key? Where's my mix tool? It doesn't really matter when you're dealing with sample libraries. Do whatever it takes to make it sound awesome. So right off the bat, I'm just doing this. Cool. Well, I've already got the idea. Hey, I know exactly what I need. Yep, that's what I'm hearing. All right. So, I'm going to grab the two things that are sticking out from the actual piece. There's this kind of like arpeggiated, like, there's this kind of like motion by fourths down. Right? You've got that thing going. So I'm going to start off, and the third thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. I'm going to save the big crescendo for later. Oh, no, no, no. I don't need you as a metronome, because we're doing it free. Boom. Okay, that. Boom. We're just gonna go real fast. Hey now. I like how that I've been doing so much programming with Spitfire with instruments that my first thing is always like, oh yeah, let's open up the wrench. It's like, that's my first thing that I do. It's like, oh, let's open up the wrench, it'll be great. All right. Ooh, I like the way that sounds. Kind of a hornery thing. There it is. Okay. Now we're starting to make connective tissue. Screwing around. There it is. Okay, so what am I doing? What am I doing here? I'm passing back and forth these ideas. Okay, now we're gonna start getting to how I thought about this. Listen to those notes: F sharp to E to G. right? That's the same intervals that Karma used in his main theme. I just scrambled around a little bit. There's a minor third and a second, right? And then I just took the second and the minor third and just made it go up, you know? So it's like, okay, so now we got this thing. Shoot, I don't want to lose this where I'm at because there's some good stuff here. All right, hold on a second. Let me just undo that. This is a good idea. You know, look, I got to write this thing out. I really should write it out, but whatever. What is going on? Why are you doing that? Yeah, there it is. There it is. Da, da, da. That'll sound pretty cool. Da, da. Okay, that's that. I'm just nice long chord. This isn't the most difficult thing, but it's an intro. There it is, Matt. There you go, Matt. There's an E2. I mean, I did an E2 down right there for you. And then you know why I held it? Because the piano's going to do something. Actually, no. There's not going to be a piano. There's going to be a freaking harp because the harp is awesome, and we don't have nearly enough harp. I'll add the harp. I'll even give the harp its own track. Das Harpen. Just one. And that's going to be contact 5, track 5. Jeez, that thing is so freaking loud. Oh, because the close mic's up. Jesus, these things are freaking mic'd so hot. Yeah, that's still too close. I got to play with some EQ on it, but I'm not going to deal with it right now. I don't like that. I don't like what I did there. That was dumb. But I like the idea of the harp here. No, I don't want fourths. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Just doing a little free pattern. And that shouldn't be a B, that should be an A. You all heard that, but you let me play it anyways. Hey, what's that? You just calm down there a little bit, buddy. All these are way too hot. This is why you don't get a cheap keyboard. This is really simple, and I apologize that I'm like just kind of hacking my way through. I'm playing a lot of long, slow chords, which drive me nuts, because there's so much more you can do if you write it. But I just want you to get the. Plus, Karma's piece happens to work really well with the long, slow chords. Hold on, need a little booze. This is a 2 bourbon lesson, Karma. 2 bourbons for the win. All right. Sorry, give me 1 sec. Hey man, you guys are getting a free. Yeah, I'll bounce out the MIDI for you, Karma. I'm gonna save this project. Or you could download the free Studio One and then I send you the project. That would be cool. Make me freaking lazy. I don't want to spend time actually bouncing this stuff. There's some good stuff in this. Look, I wrote it in like about 15 minutes, so I'm like kind of doing my thing. But I think there's some good stuff in here. I think the theory is very sound. Obviously, the long, slow stuff. Now, look at some of the obvious stuff that I did, which is I said something in the strings, then I set it back in the winds. I moved down the register. I create a line. There's something good there. Yeah, there's something there. See, I'm back and forth. It's a strange doubling. It's like a flute oboe. I know it's an ensemble patch, so who knows how it's like. It's all blurring together, but it's interesting. There it is. See, look. And now check it out. I was able to get this. I was able to get that pattern in there, right? I was able to get the, which is from the piece, right? Yep, there it is. I'll play the notes in the chord. I'm remembering all these commands. Yeah. Oh, how about I actually use the mod wheel? There it is. Just messing around, just get a feel for it. Yeah, there it is. All these notes that I'm grabbing are intervals from the thing that you played, Karma. Almost right. I'm getting a little granular here. This is, by the way, when I would go to the paper. But I don't want to feel it right now because I'm feeling lazy about booting up Sibelius. But this is when you go to the paper because you can count it out. I'd play it over and over again. What a waste. I could write this in a minute. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Hold on. I'm gonna break this out to the other window just because it's easier for me to see it all blown up. Where's my cutting tool? Sorry, you guys just watched me do this like away from. No problem, no problem. That's what we're going to do at the end. to it. You hear what I'm doing? I'm like, dude, every time I say something, I'm saying it again in a different register, in a different instrument. And I'm just hitting an idea over and over and over again. Yeah, this will work. And then, of course, yeah, Karma, you got to mock it up with line by line. You got to write it out, you know. That's what you hear me. I'm trying to, like... there's an open voicing I want to do. That's the ending. There it is. There it is. I got something I can work with. Why don't you do this over here? Zav, you like this ugly, ugly DAW? Hey, Luke's piece is Luke's piece is too close. Yeah, there's something there. Well, let me get that a little bit faster. Okay, there's something we can work with. That, how long have I been working on this? What has this been, like 30 minutes maybe? That's something we can work with. Look, that is not done by any stretch, but man, we could do something here. Let's take a listen. Let's drag this over. This is also why you want to have an orchestral template ready to go, which I don't, because I haven't fully integrated Spitfire, Albion 1 for life. Woot! Hey Dave, what's going on, buddy? Yep, I ended up on the G instead of the B, but it still works. That's not bad. That's not bad. The quick low arpeggiation thing. This woodwind thing conceptually is right, but it's not working right. I don't know why yet. I gotta think why. And it's, by the way, here's the second thing you should learn about this. This is more of a philosophical thing. As a composer, you can't for a moment afford in the heat of this to say to yourself, I'm bad, this isn't good. You'll just crash and burn if you do that. You can't think that way. When you get into the whole solving a problem, you got to basically be like, I got the tools, I got things that I can do, and then everything is like, that's not right yet, and I'm going to fix it. Like, you got to think of it like a mechanic. You can't be looking at the car with half the engine pulled out and be like, I don't fucking know. I'm horrible at this. You know, you got to be like, no, man, look, let me get a flashlight and a wrench, and let me just start looking around, because there's something in here that's going to tell me what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, you got to think that way, or else you'll never freaking survive as a composer. All right, let's take a break for a second. I'm liking the strings. It's, you know, look, and the other thing I'm trying not to do, I'm trying not to fall in love. This is not just me just rambling. I'm trying not to fall in love with the great sounds. I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's like, dude, you can load Spitfire concertino strings and just sit here all frickin' day I mean, look, well, you just write cues. It's like, I mean, but there's a couple of composers I've seen online that do this. They're just kind of like, oh, yeah. Right? Look, I'm not busting on Spitfire, man. The reason you can do this is because Spitfire sounds so good, right? It's like I can just sit all day. But try to think like a composer. Try to actually see. That's got to be something I can do in the winds. You know what? I think I was doing a bridge too far with the G sharp minor chord. I think that was a bridge too far for me. This is low winds, right? Oh, I'm not doubling them properly with the low winds. Let me try this way. Let me do something here. All right, give me a second. Let me listen to it once and see what the heck I'm doing here. It's too big a jump. That's good. Getting it back in. One, two, da da. Yeah, my tempo's all off. Okay, it's fine. Okay, I've got to fix this. That needs to get fixed. All right, hold on a second. Let me take a drink. All right, stop. Let's get some feedback. What do we think? Decent? Is this starting to lead? Does it lead into the intro pretty well? You can say it. I won't be hurt. You can say, God, what a shitstorm of a compositional exercise this was. Nobody's talking. They're all stunned. Let's play around a little bit. Let's see. See, what I want to dodge is the canon in D. Don't want that. So I need to modulate to a new thing. Hold on a second here. Well, you know what? Let me do it. Matt had a good piece of advice. Thank you, Matt. EIS to the rescue. Just do an equal interval shift. Get away with that? Let's see what happens, Karma. Let's see. So I'm on to something there. Since I'm not composing to click, Sometimes you got to kind of drag stuff around a little bit. Oops. It's one of those cool things about Studio One. That's not a bug, that's a feature. Okay. All right, I'm on to something here. Yeah, I'm all about those big jumps. They're super cool for this kind of thing. Good. And then I'll do this. Wow, dude, Spitfire low wins, man. You know, that's why you got to learn how to orchestrate, because then you get access to these colors. That's much better. That is so much better. Don't overthink this, Mike. Just be diatonic and pretty. Come on, man. It's Karma's piece. Like, he's all about the pretty. Like, I was like, oh, I'll be all dissonant. I'll do like, you know, let's just have some fun with this stuff, right? You know, kind of do John Williamsy stuff, right? Like that kind of stuff. The evil Nazis have shown up in this piece. I have nothing against evil Nazis in film. They're fantastic. I have very strong opinions about evil Nazis in real life. All right, let's take a listen and see what we got here. Yes, this. Oh, you know what? Damn it. Dude, that's pretty workable, man. I'm pissed because I know what I have to do. It's going to involve me changing some of those chords. Let me see if I can brute force fake this, because I know exactly what's wrong with this piece. That needs to go up to. By the way, Karma, there's a legato patch. I haven't looked at it yet in the woodwinds for Albion 1 for Life, right? Ba-da-da. It actually has to continue that rhythm. Little too. I'm just again. We're just. This is almost like this is a sketch. Yeah, that'll work. Then what that means is I got to go back into here and like figure out what's going on. Let me save this. Yeah, there's probably legato. I'm not really worried about it because I just want the sustain. Besides, you're gonna hate this, Karma. You don't need legato. You can fake legato if you just layer a sustain patch with a soft staccato patch. I did it all the time back in 2006, 2007 with East West Gold, because basically it fakes a tongued legato. And so, like if you're doing like when I was working on the Wonder Pets and you do the whole ta da da, like there is a stop of air, like true legato is ta, but a lot of times in like musical theater there's tonguing, and if there's tonguing there is a stop of air. If there's a stop of air, there's going to be a retongue. If there's a retongue, you can fake it with a staccato. And so I don't use legatos nearly as much as you think. It's bad because I just bought Albion 1 for life. Let's see what we got here. I'll drag us over here to see what I'm doing. Now you can actually see what's going on. I'm trying to get... You'll notice, by the way, Karma, I used the Copeland chord. Wait for it. Right? Because you used it later on, because everyone loves the Copeland chord. The Copeland chord, by the way, you can see it over here in this thing, is take a what's the easiest way to think about it? Ready? Take a C major chord. Add the 7th. Then take that 3rd and make it the 2nd. So watch, C major, add the 7th. John Williams uses it all over the place. I mean, he uses it everywhere. And the reason I call it the Copeland chord is if you go and you listen to Appalachian Spring, it starts off and it goes. That's it. Which is why y'all should listen to classical music, even if you don't think classical music is useful. Because every time you've heard something from film music, somebody in classical music did it. And I don't mean Mozart. I'm talking about like 20th century stuff, like Stravinsky and Prokofiev and Hindemith, and even frickin' like Webern and Schoenberg and all those weird serial dudes. I had to study all those guys. But man, there's times where I've had to use serial. I used serials in the queue last year. It was like for a sort of like 70s cop show thing that I was doing. I hate doing this, but I'm actually going to like carve it out. The reason I hate doing this is because this is like what a lot of composers do that compose into the DAW, and I just feel like I feel like I'm losing connection with the music when I do this, but. I just want a little I just want a little neighbor note action. You know what I mean? Just a little something to kind of. It's really that short. And since it's sustained, you're not getting the real legato feel. But you understand. That's really what I want. And Albion gives it to me. Albion 1 for life, forever. That's a better solution. Just to. Oh, why are things dropping out? Because I forgot to drag that on. Because this actually needs to continue. Here's the chord. Dude, I'm totally stealing this piece, Karma. Your SOL. Here we go. Let's take a look. It's pretty darn good. That'll work. You know what? Why is it not hitting the thing? Now I know what I did wrong. Ba-da-da. This is the feel that I want. I want the chorus to land at the same time. I want the strings to drag just a little bit. Just for. I really shouldn't get this exact with the MIDI stuff because it's like I have to play this all in anyways. What the heck was that? All right, where's the beat? That's where that needs to happen. It needs to happen right about there. Where is your... Sorry, I need to CC1. Sorry, I'm trying to remember where the... You get what I'm talking about. Let's just have some fun drawing curves. Responsive. That's not bad. That's actually not bad at all. Let's do one more listen. That's pretty good. You know, I screwed everything with those goddamn modular stuff. I just want that thing to land on the da da da. Just being really anal retentive about this. For no good reason other than the fact that I actually like that chord landing. But of course I'm using like an unmixed mock-up stuff, whatever. Say, man, yeah, it's really responsive to the mod wheel. It's well programmed that way. There's the classic bump you gotta do. Sorry, guys, boring the crap out of you. Let's watch MIDI data. That's good enough for this, baby. All right, let's check it out. Karma, here you go. Here's your intro. Ooh, that's kind of cool. All right, that's pretty cool. I kind of... That's it. We have now done an intro. That was it. That's, you know what? It's 4:20. It's a short Farkle Friday, but why not? Like, why not just stick with that? So that's pretty much what I did. Karma, I hope you like it. The most important thing to take away from it, and I'll say this for you, is how I used all the information that you gave me in the actual piece. It's not just about that I wrote something. Did you get the theory behind it? Did you kind of understand like what I was doing and like how I kind of put it together? And is there some raw material? Does it fit the color of what you were trying to write with your thing? I think it did. Yeah, I like that. I like the intro. I came out really well. Look, dude, it's not that I'm so good. You gave me a lot of raw material to work with. So, but there's a lot of good stuff in there, you know? And it's a shame that you can't view in Studio One piano roll. I don't think. Oh, I know why, because they partnered with notation software, which is fine. Yeah, it's got some cool stuff. I may play with this a little bit. But you know what? You kind of know what I'm doing. And I'll send you the MIDI file so you can take a look at the notes. You know, it's like, it's pretty straightforward doublings. I'm not doing a whole lot of crazy stuff. A lot of like open voicings, you know, kind of like open, right? A lot of this kind of stuff. The stuff I always talk about, right? Up here, that kind of open fifth. I just double octaves just for resonance. But the most important thing is, let's do it one more time, then we'll call it. Moving up in E3 on the third. Yeah. Do it one more. Let me do one more thing. That harp does need to be a little bit louder. Let's try this. Pan to the right a little bit. So there it is. Yeah, you're right, Karma. When you keep the intro till the end, then you just don't sweat about it. It's almost like you leave a little blank space. And you're like, I'll get to you. Whoever said you have to compose in a linear fashion? Why can't you compose as the inspiration strikes? You know, maybe you compose like 20 bars in. You're like, I don't know, I got this thing going. I got this chord progression. You're like, you're doing an action cue. And you're like, I've got this thing, you know, right? Right, you know, kind of what right? This is a John Williams thing. I'd have to write it out. You know, put that down. I'll get to it. You know, and then interpolate it in there. So, all right. What I've realized is a couple things. One is that I need to play around with Albion 1 for Life more because it's really good. 2 is I need to work on getting a little better vocal chain because my voice is a bit nasal. And 3 is version 3 of Studio One, which I have not used before. I used Studio One version 2, is pretty darn good. I'm kind of digging what I'm doing so far with this. And it really, you know, it's holding up at 128 sample latency, and it's, you know, it's good. Boy, man, I'll tell you, those Spitfire strings. Right? Man, it's good. I think I was channeling a bit of Horner, but not too much. It's actually more, I think it's channeling a lot of Goldsmith. But you know what, Karma, you know me. I love Horner, but like I think I've transcribed a ton more Goldsmith. So I think Goldsmith kind of creeps into my stuff more. You're more of a Horner dude. Like you do Horner. I love to do. I just need to transcribe some Silvestri. I think you've got some Silvestri in you. I'm definitely more of a Goldsmith guy. All right. On that note, I'm going to bid you all a fond Farkle Friday farewell. I'll be back in 2 weeks because it's obvious. It's almost as good as Reaper. You know, let's see what happens when we change the colors on this. Woo! Colors! Karma's going to be a sweet, sweet purple. All right. So, Karma, I'll hit you up and I'll send you the MIDI at some point over the weekend, right? Just so you can check it out. But yeah, run with it, man. Like, it's like whatever you want to do, you know? So, hey, thanks so much, guys. Thanks for coming. Hopefully it was fun. Hopefully you got some ideas. Like, again, this is not about me showing off what a good composer I am, because I don't think I'm a very good composer. I think I just have a lot of tricks. But it's so you guys can run with it and not get too pressured. You know, in how long is this thing? This intro, it's a slow intro, obviously, but like we started at 0 seconds, and by the time I was done, it's about 45 minutes worth of work. Yeah, it's 30 seconds worth of music. That's about what I can do. I usually do about 30 seconds in an hour. So yeah, there you go. All right, I'm gonna let you all go. Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe. Listen to great music. Write some great music. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for Farkle Friday, and I'll hit you up on the chat, and we'll figure out what we're going to talk about next. I don't know, maybe we'll just all drink great scotch and rant. Good night, guys. Have a great evening. Thanks so much.